Hi guys, I am Sanjay Pandey and I run my own healthcare business in anti-cancers and other life-saving drugs. Why I wanted to make this video was that a few days back you all must have heard that there is a treatment treatment drug called Dostarlimab that has been in news and making quite a buzz among the patients, and I have been receiving a lot of queries on online platforms and marketplaces, people going just gaga for purchase of this Dostarlimab. Right, so I thought as a responsible citizen, it is my duty, and since being in this field and also serving in the pharmaceutical industry, it is imperative to spread awareness and clarify certain doubts regarding this drug Dostarlimab. So guys, just a few days back, this drug Dostarlimab, there was a study that was sponsored by a pharmaceutical company. It consisted of 18 patients that received a dose of Dostarlimab over a period of 6 months, and their advanced rectal cancers that were spread locally were cured, and no post effects were seen also. Right, so this drug made a lot of headlines, and let me say at the outset that this is the first time in history of any cancer treatment that this kind of breakthrough has been seen. Right, so this is all the good news. But now what I think should be understood by, I can understand the kind of desperation a kin of a cancer patient goes through when he or she comes to know about this sort of a breakthrough treatment, right? It can save a certain life, and it can really bring a joy to an entire family or a set of people, right? So I can truly understand and I totally respect that sentiment, but at the same time we also need to understand and be aware of the realities, right? This drug Dostarlimab was last year, in I think in August 2020, when it was approved by the FDA for a particular set of treatment for advanced local solid tumors which is spread in local organs, right? And it's a form of a monoclonal antibody that has been derived from a single cell and contains of a similar kind of molecules. So what a monoclonal antibody is, it is a set of protein that is derived in the laboratory, and it acts on a certain cells or antigens or a part of cancer cells, you can say, right? So that is how this drug works. Now what I really want to make my audience understand is that yes, that this drug has given good results, but we need to understand that the size of patient population, the drug the testing of the drug was only done on 18 patients as of now, right? So you can understand the size of population, and this is not a big enough size for any competent authority to label this drug as a treatment or a cure for any kind of a treatment or any kind of a disease like cancer, and particularly when there are umpteen number of cancers and different type of varieties of cancers appearing in patients, right? So just today only, since I run a healthcare business, I came to know, I got a lot of inquiries from patients in far off areas, especially in parts of India, that were like that we wanted that my grandmother, my father, my mother is suffering from a different set of cancer, say cervical cancer or breast cancer, and yet they wanted Dostarlimab because they came to know that yes, this drug can cure cancer. So I understood their sentiment, and I called them and I made them understand that yes, this drug has been in use, but you need to understand that this drug hasn't been approved for the indication that you're talking, number one, and there needs to be a various kind of studies, trials before a drug is launched and approved by competent authorities for a treatment of any kind of cancer, right? So then they came to understand. Then they out of their desperation, they were still asking me about the prices, right? Though the rough price, if you see, for a dose of Dostarlimab that is available, is around $11,000, which translates to around 9 lakh rupee INR, Indian rupees, for a dose. So you can understand the kind of burden it carries, right? But still, keeping the economics side of it aside, we need to understand that yes, before this drug or any drug for that matter is launched for a particular treatment, it needs to go through a rigorous set of testings, trials, which are called as clinical trials, over and over, different set of populations, in different set of patients, with a substantial number of people being subjected to the drug, and the kind of results that have been studied and then documented, and then the drug is approved for a treatment by competent authorities like FDA, or in Indian context say ICMR, or various other competent authorities across the world, right? So I thought it was my duty to really clarify regarding this drug. Uh, this drug has really created a buzz, and I'm so delighted to see that this kind of response has been achieved. But yes, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that this monoclonal antibody called Dostarlimab, which is available in international markets by the name of Jemperli, uh, goes through rigorous set of testing, and it helps improve patients' life. And if it is certain, even if it is able to cure certain kind of cancers up to an extent, that will also will be a breakthrough, because the kind of side effects that are associated with cancer therapies, be it radiation or chemotherapy, and the cost and the kind of burden it levies financially, emotionally, and psychologically on any family, because a cancer is not a disease in isolation. It affects lives of many people across the world. It affects the life of families also, right? So as a responsible citizen, I felt that this is my duty, and being in this business, I should clarify that patients who are coming up, I will pin down my contact details in the description of this video. You can, if in case you need any further more assistance or any more clarifications, certainly you can get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to help you out. Share this video with as many friends of you as possible, and many patients, and I'll be really delighted if it can reach a large number of audiences, so that patients are helped in whatever manner, and their families are also supported in whatever manner they can be, right? So thank you guys for your attention. I really appreciate your time, and I request you to please share it with as many friends of you as possible. Thank you.